Netflix shows really bad. They will hire a 20 or 30-year-old and make them look younger. And then all of the teenagers watching this show are like, why don't I look like that? Why don't I have muscles like that? Why don't I, look like this way?
Yeah.
Of course they're not.
You have your whole life ahead of you. And it's like, you want to do everything.
Yeah.
Astronaut,
You want everything. You want to be a jack of all trades, but a master of none.
Jack of all, but master of none. It depends in the context that you're talking about that.
I remember I was bullied for it.
What?
I was bullied in school because I played Warhammer. Where do you think Atlantis is, Alexi?
Where is it, Matty? Tell us.
So a lot of people would say, it's under the ocean. It's in the Sahara Desert.
Oh, yeah, I remember watching a video or something on that. It was like some rings or something.
The recon structure?
Real special, in my opinion. It gives me that kind of will to carry on. Discovering the mysteries of the world. Welcome back, guys, for another episode of the Matty podcast. And in one of the first episodes, we had Matty here, and I said we'll do a wee podcast together, and here we are doing a wee podcast together, just me and you, talking about our wee journey, and how we kind of met. So, Matty, if you want to introduce yourself.
Yep. So, hey guys, I'm Matty. I was on one of the first, wasn't it?
Yeah. So we kind of reconnected, and you were asking questions. It was like, what have you been up to the last couple of years? It's like, ooh, okay.
well,
yeah. Let's do a whole podcast.
Let's unlock that door.
Yeah. If you want to talk about how we met, and it was definitely A levels, where we properly connected, wasn't it?
Yeah, we'd met obviously before that, but.
Yeah, we didn't really talk much,
no.
It's just more in passing. It's like, oh, what's happening,
Hey, what up?
But no, Ella was where it really kicked off, didn't it?
Yeah.
It's one of the first days. It was, just sitting in the classroom, and was just seeing you. I was like, oh, Matty, what's happening? Because you were in Banbridge Academy before.
Yeah, Banbridge Academy, and then moved to Drumore High for A levels.
Yeah.
And I was kind of nervous on that first day because I didn't know anyone.
Yeah.
And then when I spotted you, I went,
that kicked off a lifelong sort of friendship with us. Oh, cool. That's A levels were crazy sort of time for us both, I guess.
Yeah, it was genuinely best part of my schooling was them 2 years.
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna lie, me too. Yeah, because I was bullied a wee bit, first year to fifth year, and that's when I was started really getting into my weightlifting, and see, by the end of the school, A levels, I was one of the biggest guys in the school. I still hold that kind of dear to my heart, the wee tug of war and the school. It was
that was the best.
It was it was a PE teacher and 2 science teachers against me in the tug of war. Oh, that was hilarious. I was vegetarian back then as well for about a year.
I know, yeah, veggie par.
Veggie par, let's go. But yeah, no, those are some of the best times. Remember that time we all got called into the principal's office because we had the beards?
Yep.
Yeah, we were only people in the school with a beard.
Everyone else was clean shaven.
Yeah.
We decided, you know what? I want a beard.
It was a new principal that came in for the start of A levels, because we were one of the first years to do A levels in Drumore High, and we got called in the office. It was right, guys, I think you know why you're here. It's why?
Yeah.
It's this is discrimination.
I actually remember saying to him, he said at the start of the year, he said, you will all be treated as young adults. Mm-hmm. And then when that happened, I remember saying to him, I was how is this being treated like an adult? You're telling me to shave my beard?
Yeah.
I don't feel like I'm being treated like an adult.
See, I had a feeling that was coming, so I spoke to my mum, and she was like, oh, just say it was part of your Russian religion. So I played that card and got away with it. Whereas you played the card, it's well, you're...
Yeah, we're young adults. You said we will be treated as young adults. And the next thing you're saying, shave your beard.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. But no, that was funny, and we never ended up doing it.
No, I think he
you can't really do anything about that,
you
really.
Conceded the point.
Yeah. I'm like, look at us now, full on beers. Hi.
I remember he complained about my boots as well.
Oh, what?
I always wanted to like I like boots. I don't know why. I've always liked to wear boots. They're more comfortable and practical. And when he saw that they weren't shoes, he was like, "No, you can't have them."
Yeah.
And again, I argued the point. I'm like, you said young adults, and yet you're telling me what to put on my feet.
See, like, remember the Chav Day? Like, all of us decided that, like, like one of the final days of the year, everyone is in. It was tradition. The like leavers did whatever
prank
they
week.
wanted. Yeah,
prank week.
Yeah. So we all dressed up as Chavs, and he called us into the assembly hall and was like, right, go home, get changed, come back. And it's like, no, we're not getting changed. Like, we're like, if we go home, we're not coming back. And like half the year just basically left.
Yeah, I think we did. We just left, and
that was it.
That was it. Just went to McDonald's.
Yeah, just chilled out.
Because he'd actually said about the prank week. I remember this. He'd said, "I don't want to say you can't do prank week, but don't do anything absurd." And we thought back, I was like, right, okay, well, the years before it's brought tractors in and blocked the school gate. The chickens, I think, at one point were brought in.
We were really keen.
So we were like, what can we do that's not really bad? And we were like, let's just dress up as Chavs.
Yeah.
And we thought that's tame, but nope, to him that was
no, that was
ridiculous.
Really shitty, man. Because like ending the school years of our lives were such a big thing.
Mm-hmm.
It just felt like it just did not give a flying fuck about us, man. That was hurtful, man.
Do you remember?
It's like we're not allowed to have fun.
do you remember the Nerf war we did?
It's a Nerf. What?
Do you remember do you not remember the Nerf assassin?
The study mobile. Yes, I completely forgot
about that Nerf war.
Oh well, there's some memories in that study mobile, man.
Oh my god,
that was incredible.
I did everything but study.
Yeah. I was like listening to music, just standing up and doing artwork while everyone around me was just like reading and writing and stuff. It's like I was like one of the only people who'd done art in our years.
I think yeah.
I got away lucky, man. It's like I'm so glad I did art. Yeah.
Like I used to study mobile to read Lord of the Rings.
Here, what about everyone in the year was like prefects? Because like, oh, you model pupils.
Oh, yeah, be good on your CV.
Yeah, Matty and Alexi, you don't get it.
I didn't apply. I was like, no,
I did not get
no.
No.
Because you had to like, they were using you as like, just
to make the school look good.
Like look good, and then it was like at lunchtime you were assigned zones that you had to go and stand in and
stop. Why would you sign up to do more work?
Why would I do that? For my lunch, I want to go to the Radiator and just stand there.
Yeah, that was our meeting spot.
Yeah,
the Radiator in the high school. But yeah, no, good times. Good
times.
But remember our friend Jimmy? Like Jimmy's an alias. We don't want to say his real name, but Jimmy was like a big part of our A levels. Like we threw like a few parties at his house, and there was some parties.
Oh my god! Let's get into the parties.
Remember that time he got jumped by first years? Oh wow!
He came back all disheveled.
Yeah, like the tie like hanging upside down.
The blazer was half off his back.
Wow! No, he came in and was came up to the Radiator and was like, we're like, what happened to you? And it's like those guys. We looked down the hall and it was just like maybe like 10 or 15 of them literally just came after him. Like me and you just like squared up to him.
Yeah,
we were like, all right,
we're done. Yep, let's go.
And they never touched him again. That's funny.
In his defense, if 10 or 15 of them came at you, there's only so much you can do.
What about the careers? We all got called in. It was like near the end of A levels, and you got called into office. It's like going through register of everyone in the year, and I was like, all right, John Doe, what are you doing? What are you doing? And then everyone was like,
stand up. Yeah.
It's like, oh, nursing or like law, architecture, all these random, sort of careers. And then it came to like Jimmy, our friend, it was like, oh, electricals. Okay, speak to me after class. And then Matty, what are you doing? what are you? It's like
software engineering. That's what it was.
yeah,
What do you do
yeah.
for
And it's
software
like you
engineering?
were safe because you were going to uni.
Yeah.
And it came to me and it was like, oh, a tattoo apprenticeship.
I will never forget the look on her face.
Yeah, it just looked at me
Ever.
with like the glasses like down. It's like, speak to me after class. So it was like me and him.
I think it was
me,
literally you two. That was it.
Yeah, it was like me and Jimmy just standing outside in the hallway with like this what was it, the year ahead, and it was like, right, so why aren't you just want to go to uni? It's like, well, we don't want to. We don't want to get ourselves
Fair
in
point.
debt to do something we don't want to do. And then she called Jimmy off and was like, is he influencing you? I was like, what? What would he have a say?
Oh yeah, he was getting blamed for your decisions.
Yeah, what the hell? So yeah, I literally had to fight my way out of like going to university, which is crazy to say,
I think you made the right choice.
Yeah, but like making the decision in the first place was incredibly difficult.
I wish I made that decision.
Well, not go to university?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Why? Tell us a little bit why.
Because I liked the idea of uni for the like social aspect of it. I didn't see the problem was as well the career path I chose to go down. I kind of jumped on it. I still think you're too young at 17 to pick your career path.
Dude, that's so true. I said it before and I'll say it again. Like, there's not enough emphasis on work experience and deciding what you want to do.
I had no idea what I wanted to do.
Yeah, like
I realized fairly late on into my degree I didn't want to do this.
Yeah.
And also I'm not the best at learning.
Yeah. No, like everyone learns in different ways, man. So some visual, some need to be shown how to do things. Like some people love reading and writing. But I remember, like, again, back in high school, it was like, oh, you got called into like this career advisor that helped you decide on a career, but there was no such help. It was literally do questionnaire online and that'll help you decide your future.
What you want to do was like one of them, like,
I got brand manager, but that was such a diverse thing. It's like, what the hell are you meant to do with that?
To be fair, I think I got accountant and I would be a really good accountant. Man. To be fair, it did really give a good.
Well, bro, like
idea.
It's never too late to sort of pick that up again, man. Something to think.
I don't know. I like what I'm doing now, though.
Yeah, what are you doing now?
I work in a warehouse.
Well,
I drive a forklift. I drive a forklift.
Yeah, man, that's awesome.
Fun. I enjoy
that's exciting. Oh, like I'd love to drive a forklift. Not gonna lie, man.
They're not difficult. They're really not.
Well, no, I remember going down there. The radiator, like basically every other day with like a whole new career path.
You did. You were so indecisive on what you wanted to do.
See, that's the thing. That's because like people were telling me like, oh, career, tattooing is not a real career. Do it as a hobby. You'll never make it. It's just like that just fueled my fire. It's like I'm gonna prove them wrong.
Yeah.
Because like as I got closer towards the end of A levels, I was like, I'm not going to uni. Like there's no other career path that I'd rather go down than tattooing. So like I'm just gonna prove everyone wrong. I was hell bent on like making like a successful career out of it. Like
I'm almost sure whenever you said you said to us at the radiator that you wanted to do tattooing, I think I said pretty much immediately, I'm like, yeah. I'm like, yeah, I think that would suit you to a T.
But like you didn't think I could make like a doctor / architect work at the same time? No.
No. You do not do no.
That was so unrealistic.
That was
holy shit.
You wanted to do
everything.
That was the problem, trying to do a bit of everything.
Yeah. No, well, it's such a young, naive mindset. It's like you have your whole life ahead of you, and it's like you want to do everything.
Yeah.
Astronaut. You
want everything. You want to be a jack of all trades, but a master of none, kind of.
Well, let's see. I have a thing about that. It's like a jack of all, but master of none. It depends in the context that you're talking about that, like obviously different careers, like in that sense. And yeah, you wouldn't even be able to like to be a jack of all. You couldn't do medicine and architecture, obviously. That's just like unrealistic. But that's what it was, like A levels, like early A levels, and deciding what I want to do with my life. You don't know because you don't know what's realistic and what's not.
Yeah.
No, like there were some good moments in school, but to be honest, it wasn't even anything related to the actual school. It was more the youth club. Like in the evenings, like I used to go to this like mixed arts club, and that's where like really sparked my creativity. For the tattooing and designs and artwork. Because I'd done like murals for a school through that youth club, or mixed arts club. I'd done the dragon and the youth wing and stuff. And that's what really fueled the fire for me. But with that, I actually started like my own wee dance group as well.
The dance group, I forgot about this.
Yeah, it was so cringe looking back at it, but
no, it was cute.
You know where that came from? That came from Step Up, the movies. Yeah, Step Up 1, 2, and 3. It was at the time like the third one came out. I always thought that was the coolest thing ever. So
we were like, that's gonna be me.
Yeah, I want my life to be like that, so I was like, right, how can I create a dance group? So like through the youth club, I was just like, hey, why don't we create like a dance group? And people loved it. And we actually performed in the school for like one of the school discos. Like we opened the school disco and like one of the, like craft fairs or something. We performed outside as well. Like that was cringe to say the least, like, but it was fun.
I was gonna say, I bet it was fun.
Yeah. But yeah, no, like outside of that, like we've done like the Duke of Edinburgh Award. I don't think that was with the school though. I think that was with the Army Cadets. That was yeah, like the Army Cadets was like held in the school at the time. In the evenings, they rented out like one of the mobiles and so on, But I sort of thought like that would help my career.
I didn't actually know you did Duke of Ed.
Yeah, like a bronze level. But I sort of thought like this is before I decided doing the tattooing.
Yeah,
it was like, oh, that's going to help my career prospects, and whenever I leave school, obviously it didn't. But yeah, it was good while it lasted.
And you know what? I bet it was fun.
Well, yeah, I've done a bit of volunteering in like different charity shops, and like we done like a hike, with the Army Cadets and raising money for that and so on, So no, like it was an experience nonetheless.
I wish I did something like that.
Yeah, but did you not do like anything outside? Well, you done karate, didn't you?
I did do karate, yes.
Yeah,
I did do karate.
No, how many years was that?
I want to say maybe like 3 or 4. It was actually held in the high school.
In the
the gym.
Sports hall.
Sports hall, yeah.
Yeah.
It was held.
I'd done jiu-jitsu, but that was in Hillsborough. It wasn't anywhere near, but like, no, I still remember some of the moves,
Yeah.
And
Well, you do, yeah.
Yeah, Matty,
get
like
locked in.
Yeah, we're doing Krav Maga.
Yeah.
Yeah, like we done it yesterday. I'm like so sore.
I'm so sore. You kept hitting my arm so hard.
Yeah. I mean, like you wrecked my wrist there. You need my wrist.
I didn't mean to. It was a mistake.
No, it was on purpose. He's trying to ruin my career.
No, I'm not trying to. I wasn't trying to break his hand so he couldn't tattoo.
But no, I still like remember like revisiting like martial arts now and like self-defense and like remembering some of the moves from like jiu-jitsu and still like in
Locked
the back
in
of my head, man. Like I sort of thought I forgot everything.
So that was the same for me actually with some of the karate, because see, when it comes to like the kicks, it's just locked into my brain. It's like muscle memory. Whenever I go to do a kick, I'm like, I wonder if I can still do these the right way. And I'm like, oh, yep, there it is. It's like riding a bike.
Do you remember that other fellow that used to hang a bike with us? I don't want to say his name again because, like, it's I'm sure he doesn't want mentioned, but yeah, like we used to do running club together. Like, you probably don't remember him. Like he used to, like he started off with us, in the group, and he just fizzled out.
Was he the shorter one?
Yeah.
Yes. I know exactly who it is.
Kind of like fizzled out,
I felt so bad.
Yeah, because like me and him were like best mates leading up, like first year to fifth year. But then like when you and Jimmy joined, it was just like, okay, I don't want to be here anymore. I don't think he liked you guys. But no, like we done running club together, like still after that, like during A levels, and that was good fun. Like, but yeah, no, I used to be so fit, man. Like gym as well. I used to play for Drumore Amateurs, like for a couple of years. So doing a bit of football. But that was about the height of it.
That was it. Yeah, no, I never played football.
You were just karate, wasn't it?
It was
just
karate, computers, and no, hold on, I definitely did something. Guitar, yeah, that was it. That was it.
Oh yeah, you used to play guitar, did you?
I do, yeah.
Oh yeah, nice one.
I like it. It's nice. It's relaxing.
Yeah. Expand on the whole like uni aspect of it. Like what kind of like drove you to sort of drop out properly?
It was a bit of a mix because I wasn't doing too well mentally at the time.
Mm-hmm. And do you think that was because you moved away from home? Because like you were in England, weren't you?
I was in England, but it wasn't that I moved away. It was it was the drink. That was a big factor in.
We probably shouldn't be drinking during this, should we?
I'm fine now. I can pace myself.
Yeah.
But maybe it was moving away because that first year I went, I was by myself. And because I did a foundation degree first to get in, it was so easy. Mm-hmm. Like I kind of fell into this grey area where I didn't quite get the grades to get in, but they weren't so low that I really needed a foundation degree.
Yeah.
So any of the tasks that had to be, like any of my modules, I could get them done in like 2 days. Like we were given like 6 weeks to like do something. I'd done it in the first 2 days, and then I had nothing to do.
Oh, so like,
so I was like, what else am I going to do? Yeah. So I just went out clubbing, drinking, and it just spiraled out of control.
Yeah, it was a bit of a mess because you got the grants and all, and the student loans, and it's like a lot of money just going. Like, okay, what are you meant to do with that?
And I'd never properly worked before, so I didn't really fully comprehend, like money, like earning it and then you have to spend it wisely. I just went, I'm just going to go buy a drink. Look at all this money these idiots give me.
Yeah, yeah.
And then I got into like the first, second year, and as I was going through my degree, I kind of realized, I think it was about halfway through second year, I was just like, I don't actually want to do this. I don't see myself doing this.
It just kind of hit you.
It hit me, and it was crushing because I was like, I was now at the stage where I was like, do I just power through, get the degree and never use it? Or do I leave and kind of take just a step back from everything and take time?
Reevaluate, what you want out of life. And but I suppose you could say that was like a really expensive mistake, but you learned so much through it that it kind of helped you realize what you want out of life.
Well, you say expensive mistake, it's not really.
Well, I mean, just whatever.
I paid I think it's $12.50 a month, the student finance.
Oh, okay.
That's literally it. And after 30 years, the debt wiped.
Jesus, wow. Here, get me in uni. Whoa. I'm just going for party life to play.
Genuinely, I don't know.
£12.50.
Genuinely, well, to be fair, if you got they were probably expecting, well, he's going to be a programmer, he's going to make tons of money.
Yeah, it's like it's really weird the way it works. It's like certain a lot of money.
It's really confusing. It is actually really confusing because the way they word it and go, you have to pay this much back, but it's only this, percentage of this amount over this amount. And then you're sitting going, as an 18-year-old, you're sitting going, yeah, I don't care. Mm-hmm. You don't actually read it and understand what you're signing. And then I guess the other thing with uni that I didn't like is uni doesn't really teach you, well, they do teach you, but they teach you more like how to learn and how to kind of research for yourself. There is more as like a guide to help you. Whereas, in school, you're kind of told, you have a teacher at the front, you sit down and they just recite.
You basically regurgitate. Yeah. You're not taught to how to think. That's
the difference. And you're taught to actually how to think and how to research and how to approach things. And obviously, if you're stuck, you will get help, but it's mainly just up to you.
Yeah.
And I had no motivation by that second year, so I was just like, you know what?
Yeah.
Call it quits.
Oh, it makes sense. But like you started getting tattooed around that time, didn't you? It was like your summer visit back home. You got your first
Christmas.
Oh,
it was Christmas. I came back. I'd been there.
And I was learning how to tattoo.
You were.
So it was like, Matty, do you want a wee tattoo? Do you?
Yeah, because I remember you were like putting up on your socials. You were like, I'm starting to tattoo people and I want to get people in, get the practice. And I was just like, yeah.
Class.
Get me in there.
Well, thank you for trusting me.
Full trust. I have full trust.
That was like one of the most detailed tattoos I did at the time.
Was it really?
The S. It was the Illidary tattoo.
Illidary.
It was all like 3D, full color. It was like one of the most advanced tattoos I've done at the time,
And you absolutely nailed it.
That kind of like raised the bar for me, I'm like, no, it's still held up really good over the years. I'm still very proud of it. But then you got the mental alchemy one that was just help you through the mental health kind of crisis you were doing at the time.
Yeah, I kind of researched or saw about positive mental alchemy, and I kind of liked the whole thing, but
But it kind of ran its course. Like it did its purpose, but it wasn't really what you wanted.
You see, I got that tattoo because I kind of got the bug and I wanted a tattoo.
Oh, yeah.
But I am happy.
We've all been there.
I'm still happy I got it because it taught me. Like, I haven't had a tattoo in, I want to say like 5 or 6 years, because now anytime I think I want a tattoo, I'm like, no, the next tattoo I'm getting, I'm really going to think about it and I'm going to know I want it before I get it.
And then we covered that one with a, what is it? Again, the
Elden. World of Warcraft,
yeah. So natural progression from that is just continue with the World of Warcraft theme around it, or the Warhammer. You were talking about Warhammer. That would be pretty cool. Like,
I am thinking of Warhammer as my next tattoo.
Jeez, man, that's such a big thing. No, Warhammer.
It got really big during COVID.
Yeah. Like every other client that comes in, he's talking about Warhammer now. That's pretty awesome. Like,
I remember I was bullied for it.
What?
I was bullied in school because I played Warhammer.
That's ridiculous. What the hell?
Like, I was...
It shouldn't be any of their business anyway.
Like, no, but it was like, look at them nerds playing with their little plastic toys.
Yeah. Joke's on them.
No, it's super popular.
Yeah.
I was there first.
Yeah. Them guys are probably in jail now anyway. Who cares? Well, here, what about the... it's like after you dropped out of A levels, the uni. I had a spare ticket to Croatia. I was like, hey, I know you're going through a tough time. Do you want to go together? That was a journey, wasn't it?
That was. I actually remember whenever you asked me, do I want to go? I was like, I think I said, I'll get back to you. I'll kind of let you know kind of next week. And I was like thinking about it. And I remember at the start, I was like, I really don't want to. I don't want to go. I don't like flying. I was like, it's like 10 days. But then the more I thought about it, the more I was like, you know what? It could be pretty fun. Yeah, that sounds fun. And oh boy, was it
it was fun something. And challenging at the same time.
I still look back on it fondly.
Yeah. No, it's still one of the best memories, even though when you fucking died.
Oh my God, yes.
Yeah. It was yeah, guys, don't get too drunk on holiday, okay?
No,
because you can get into some accidents. Matty, if you want to take it away, if you
want to let you know, okay, yep. I think it was literally our second night there. We got there the first day. We kind of just chilled out, went round, had a few drinks in the bars, just looked around, went back to our place we were staying, went to sleep. Then the next day we went out, went on a boat trip, I believe.
Yeah, that was awesome.
That was amazing.
That was a great boat trip.
I think me and you drank like pretty much all the alcohol.
Pretty much, yeah.
They did not have a lot of alcohol.
They were not prepared for a Russian and an Irishman on this trip.
It was like 2 bottles of vodka, like 2 wine, and like 12 beer.
Yeah.
I think me and you polished off the vodka ourselves in like the first hour.
Yeah. Yeah, that was not smart.
So that was that right off the bat, we're off to great start.
Great start to that.
Then when we got back, we saw, I think it was like a pub crawl or something ticket you could get. That's what it was.
Yep.
So we got the pub crawl ticket, and then we just went and drank, I think, the rest of the day. I think we decided, we're going to drink today.
I think we blacked out in the second bar. Like, I remember ending up in the nightclub at the end. That's all.
Yeah, we went to the bars. I remember the nightclub, it was like a castle. And you could smoke inside, which was surreal.
Yeah, that was
surreal.
Sick. Yeah. Like, that was good.
Yep. And we got really drunk there. Because I don't remember how we got back. I think we walked.
Yeah,
and it was a decent walk back.
Yeah, we were paralytic, like,
yeah.
So it's surprising we found our way. But
I think I'll need to set the scene for what happened next.
All right.
The place we were staying, there was like a gate you had to open first to go through, and on your left was a wall. It was like some sort of building, but to the right was just a drop into. It was just cement, breeze blocks, stones, just anything. It was like a 10 to 13 foot drop down into nothing, and did no railing. And I remember as I opened the gate, I said to Alexi, "Now be careful. There's a drop to the right. There's no railing."
I mean, you're saying that to a paralytic
I understand.
Person, like, who's just not like.
But in my mind, I did everything I could. In my mind, I did everything I could. I warned you.
Man, like, I was blackout drunk. You can't. You can't say anything to me at the time.
And there was no lights. There was no lights. None.
Man.
It was complete darkness.
Yeah.
And you had to walk straight so far until you got to like kind of the entrance to where we were staying. And then there was a light and you turned right to get to the house.
Oh.
So as I opened the gate, he kind of took off, and I was like, they'll be fine. I closed the gate, and I turned round, and the last thing I see of him was he kind of like veered left, bounced off the wall, and started to veer right towards the gap. And as I kind of like saw him heading there, and I went to say something, he just disappeared
into the void.
Nothing. And I heard a crash, and then it was silence for, I think, a good 5, 6, 7 seconds until I eventually said, "Alexi, are you okay?"
Oh, Matty. So that was so sore.
You just went, it was something like that. You were just like, "Oh, buddy, I'm not good. That hurt." And then I kind of came over and I saw you and I kind of helped pull you up. And I went, "Are you good?" And you got up and went, "Yeah, I think I'm good. It hurt a bit, but I'm okay now." And I went, "Okay, right, we're good." So we went back to the room. And I thought, okay, yeah, he mustn't have hurt himself too bad. It was a decent fall, but he's young. He kind of bounced.
The next morning, I woke up like covered in blood and like dirt and everything. I think like me and you both got in. We were just like, we're so tired. We just went to sleep.
It wasn't even tired. We were so drunk. We just went, let's just pass out.
Yeah. We just passed out, and like it was disastrous. So I was like, oh here, don't be worrying. It's grand. Like I'll just get a shower and we'll go to the beach. Yeah.
Oh yeah, it was our beach day.
Yeah, it was our beach day. Yeah. So
that never happened.
Yeah, like I went and got a shower and just looked at my leg. It was like half an inch deep cut. I definitely need stitches. Yeah, so I was like, "Oh, Matty, man, like I don't think I can like." I don't think it's a good idea for me to walk about.
Well, no,
can you go to a pharmacy?
You were like, "Matty, it's not good. I don't think I should be going anywhere. I'm sure it's fine. It's not that bad." And then you showed me.
Yeah.
And I actually think I said, you need to go to a hospital.
Yeah, man, I still got the scar. It's still fairly big. Like this, like near 10 years old.
Yeah,
man, like.
But I remember I said you need to go to a hospital, and you said I can't, and I was like, why not? It's fine. The insurance will cover it. And you just looked at me.
Yeah, guys, remember to always get travel insurance and like health insurance before you go traveling to different countries.
Because I had travel insurance.
Yeah, well, I didn't, because I never thought that anything would ever happen. So that's sort of a valuable lesson in itself, to always make sure you're fully covered before going anywhere.
Do you do it now when you go?
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Oh, I get full coverage.
Good.
Like even if my flight gets delayed, you
pay for that.
For that, yeah.
Good. Everything. Cover everything. Yeah, always expected to go wrong.
Oh, that was horrible.
Yeah,
it's both one of the best times and some of the worst times that we had.
Because you had to send me to 3 or 4 different pharmacies to just get equipment.
Well, I mean, like it's hardly my fault, man. You know, I seen like pharmacies there. I was like, right.
Yeah, to be fair.
Yeah, it was like the travel ones.
Yeah, well, you put into maps first as pharmacies, and you picked like the closest ones to us. So I was like, right, I'll walk to them, and I walked to the location, and there was nothing. So I was like, oh, this is weird. So I checked the picture, and it was a picture of just, I swear, a van that said like, it had like the wee pharmacy symbol on it in this like designated parking space. And I looked at the picture and I looked over at the parking space and it was just empty. And I remember I called you and went, Alexi, this pharmacy's it's like a pharmacy on wheels and it's not here.
Yeah.
And then you were like, oh, okay.
Well, check out this one.
And I went to that one and it was also a pharmacy on wheels. That wasn't there.
Yeah.
I walked around, it was probably like 45 minutes.
That's a weird business model, having like a pharmacy on wheels. Like, what the hell?
But then,
why would you have like a permanent place on Google for it that says it's open?
It's here. Yeah.
It said it was
I know, but I checked as well because I got angry at you and looked up and then I went, okay, fair enough. It does say it's open.
Yeah.
It does indeed tell this man it is open and it's not.
It just wasn't there.
So then whenever you found one on like the beachfront, you actually called them.
Yeah.
First, and they were like, yes, we're here and open. Did you say to them? I was like, are you a van?
What would we be a van? What?
Like, what are you talking about? It's like, tourists. So I went round, God, I can't even remember.
It was
a long
like I remember because
do you?
I had to like go through a whole process, man. It says like it was a bottle of saline solution and then some of the syringes to like poke your hole through the top and then to soak up the saline to spray your the wound.
Yep.
And then it was bandages as well. Yeah, and it was a paper stitches as well to
Yes,
close the skin
because you had to
over.
like hold the skin over and like put them on Matty.
Yeah, yeah. So that was like a daily clean, and
Yeah.
just bandage it up. But that kind of like, after a couple of days, you're still walking about, going to restaurants, going to
Yeah,
like we went to the beach, yeah, but I just couldn't go in the water for obvious reasons. But like to be honest, like I was still happy enough to experience that.
yeah, because it was only like a day or two. We kind of chilled out a wee bit, and then you were like, "I think I'm good to go."
Remember we got a bit of smoke and like found like the perfect location, just like sit and watch like like the
Yes, the
cliffs and
waves.
like, oh yeah, that was class. That was one of the best moments of my
I think I
life.
still have the photos on my phone
Yeah,
somewhere.
me too. Like that was great. We're just sitting there for you, just like, oh yeah, that was great. Yeah,
It was a good trip. It was a really good
but
trip.
I remember like it was while we were like in one of the rooms, I was telling you about my plans, what I was going to do whenever we came back, and like how I was going to like leave my studio and just like build my own.
Yeah.
But I just couldn't figure out like how. I had like all the equipment list. I knew exactly what to do. I just didn't know where. And then I got that message. Like you just kind of like law of attraction. You think it and you believe it.
You kind of bring it into being
Yeah,
almost.
it was just like one of the local barbers just sent me a message. I've only met this fella just once, and he just like, hey, just to let you know, got space out the back of the barber shop if you want, if you know any artist. Well, I was like, Matty, holy
It's
shit.
happening. It's happening.
Yeah, it's like I just found my way like to like save as much money as I could for my own studio, and like as a wee stepping stone. That was perfect. All stars kind of like aligned for that.
It did.
And yeah, and then like it was you really helped me out with that, man. Like I couldn't be more grateful, honestly. Like if it wasn't for you helping me out there, like I don't know like who I would have went to or like sort of helped me kind of like set the whole place up. So I like really worked out like so well. And then yeah, then like COVID started hitting, didn't it?
Yep.
That was crazy times.
That was something.
Yeah.
I do. I stopped. Like I was out of work for months during
Yeah,
COVID.
yeah. Sure, like I asked you sort of like if you can help me like, manage my messages and stuff like that. Because like the amount of messages I was getting for you was like, I can't do this while working and doing this and doing that. But then like over lockdowns, that's when it was kind of like, oh, well, I can't work. So, I could basically pick up the pieces, do the messages myself and all. But like, I know you struggled a wee bit with the messages.
Yeah, nah.
Yeah, that was my first experience with like dyslexia. Like I didn't know you were dyslexic,
It
man.
was not good. It was not good.
uh,
I still think I did a decent job.
yeah, I think
I organized the best I could,
yeah,
but it wasn't fun.
yeah. No, like when it came to the actual like messages part of it, like you don't want like all the other areas, but like when it messages, it was like, oh, dude.
I just couldn't English. I just
Yeah,
couldn't do it.
but like I didn't know. I'm sorry. That was my first time like experiencing sort of like dyslexia. My wee brother's dyslexic.
Is he?
Yeah, yeah. I only realized like a few years ago, as he got like started leaving school and just kind of like speaking with him more often. It was just like, yeah, dude, I think I might have dyslexia. I'm like, you know what? I think you might. So yeah, it's wild. Um, but no, that's when like shit just started getting like really hard, because like I was trying to save for a studio, plan for a
Yeah.
studio, and like getting so many things like in the pipe work that would just kind of like just started drifting apart, man.
Did.
It's after lockdowns, it's just working 24
You,
7.
you were
Just
working. I got myself into kind of like full time work into the
yeah,
warehouse and
yeah.
stuff.
And like after Croatia, yeah, in Croatia, I signed you up to Tinder.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, because like, oh man, yeah, I remember that. I just signed you up, created a profile for you, and I was like, there you go. And you were like, what the fuck did you do? But here, did it not work out well?
It did.
And whenever you came back, you matched with somebody, and then you started a wee relationship.
I did.
Yeah, yeah, and that lasted quite a while.
Yep, it did. It. We
Well,
were. Yep.
but I think that was like another part that kind of like made us kind of
It-
like drift apart in a way where we
Yeah.
just stop talking really.
You were extremely busy with like all of this.
And you were extremely busy with you know.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well, okay, yeah. So
just drifted apart for
that was it for a while.
2-3 years, I want to say.
See, during those like 2 or 3 years, man, that was like some of the hardest like times in my life.
I know. I
told you, but
I was here for the podcast.
Yeah, I told you the story, man. You know, and
it was insane.
A lot of the issues, I literally had to go. Like, well, I didn't have to, but like, I went for a bit of counseling to like really help me kind of like overcome everything, and like, you know, sort of wrap my head around like some of the things that sort of happened over the years. And honestly, I couldn't recommend like counseling enough. Like, it was so helpful and useful for me, man. Like, it was so good, and like I find it oddly enjoyable as well, you know, sort of talking about the different aspects of my life, and they sort of like really helped me again just like understand everything, you know.
Counseling helped, yeah,
dude. Yeah, like the dude just told me like, right, create a time map of like all the significant moments in your life, bring it in next time and we'll talk about it. So we talked about all the significant moments. He helped me kind of like wrap my head around it, and that was it. You know, like after like 6 sessions, I was like, I'm good. Like, I am so good. You know, with like everything in life, you know, I was just I was just like more confident moving forward, you know. But I think that's one of the like the big things in our like industry, like not industry, sorry, generation, you know, that we don't talk enough you know, about like issues and so on, you know, like we just bottle shit up and just like expect it kind of like just deal with it, you know. But I see a big change, you know. There's more and more like support, and there's more and more like awareness around like mental health nowadays, that like, you know, counseling really take off there, you know.
See, for me, counseling did nothing.
Oh, you done better counseling?
I've done counseling 3 times. And each time I think, oh, this will be different, this will be good.
Yeah, see,
doesn't work for me.
See, a lot of times it also depends on like who you get to, but I wouldn't really narrow it down to that itself only, you know. Like, sometimes it just doesn't work.
Yeah, sometimes it's not for me.
Yeah, sometimes like time is the only thing that heals, you know.
It's, yeah, what I found worked for me was just getting just kind of digging into work, or like Warhammer, sitting down doing hobbies. That is what pulled me out of it.
And like hobbies, keeping yourself busy and entertained, and time sometimes helps. Yeah, very cool. Well, yeah. See, another thing is like with our generation that I want to talk about is like, you know, see, it's good. Remember all those posters? It's like never quit, never give up. You know.
Yeah.
And it's like you're kind of almost like shamed to like give up or quit something. But one thing I learned over the years is like the definition of madness is doing the same thing over and over again.
Definition of insanity.
Yeah,
is what it is.
Yeah, and
expecting different results.
Exactly.
Isn't that it?
Yeah. So it's like, know when to quit.
You have to know when to go, hold on a second, this hasn't worked the last 7 times I've tried it. Let's go for 8. No, don't.
Yeah.
Step back.
Know when
look
to
at
quit.
it. Yeah. And decide, nope, I'm going to have to go a different route.
Well,
I agree wholeheartedly.
Yeah. It's like the posters need to be changed. But see, another thing is like that I find is that because like we were like one of the first generations to grow up with the internet. The generations before us were comparing themselves to Joe Bloke down the street.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, oh, John there, he got himself a really good job in this, you know, like industry, and like they're paying really good, and like I need to compare myself to him. Yeah, he's driving a fancy car now. I want a fancy car, you know. Whereas like we're now comparing ourselves to people from all around the world that have different, you know, like different lifestyles, different like generational wealth, and
it's our generation and the generations after us are comparing themselves to the literal best of the best.
Yeah, to the whole world,
to the top.
So no wonder, like, you know, there's a mental health crisis in our generation,
because there's no way you can ever
Yeah, like we all just naturally compare ourselves because it's an innate ability to sort of like to be socially accepted. But whenever we do compare ourselves to others, like unreachable heights,
Yeah.
to the fakeness of Instagram,
Yeah.
it's like you'll never reach that. Like
Another point on that as well, it's Netflix. I have a really bad
Netflix.
Netflix are really bad. Netflix shows. So if you ever watch Netflix shows, a lot of the time, or not, maybe not even just Netflix, but just kind of like, let's say like young like teen movies and stuff, or like TV shows, they a lot of the time do not hire a 16-year-old actor to play the 16-year-old in the show. They will hire a 20 or 30-year-old and make them look younger. And then all of the teenagers watching this show are like, why don't I look like that? Why don't I have muscles like that? Why don't I, look like this way?
Yeah.
Of course they're not. They're only 16, and the people they're trying to compare themselves to, which they think are teenagers, are actually mid-20s, early 30 adults.
Yeah, that's a whole separate issue, man.
Yeah.
There's so many little bit like issues around. Well, I wouldn't say little, big issues.
It's a big issue.
To be honest, I don't think would ever get fixed.
No.
There's no. I don't think there's a solution on it. I think if people like help to kind of like learn to understand, those issues, to sort of register to like, hey, I shouldn't be following this agenda, like say free schools.
Mm-hmm.
I think that would kind of help a lot of people on their journey, But actually, what does it matter? We're all just a brick on the wall. But yeah, no, like after that we spell, of like just how we reconnected. It's like your dad was just called in the studio one day.
Oh, my dad.
Oh, that was hilarious. That was awesome. Oh, he is a legend. He's a bloody legend.
He definitely came in half cut, didn't he?
Yeah. No, like you can smell a drink off him.
Yeah.
But like he was like, oh, I want to speak to the man himself,
Alexi.
Yeah. So one of the guys came upstairs. Was like, Alexi, somebody's asking for the man. I was like, right, okay, it's clearly somebody that knows me. So I went downstairs and I was like, oh, Johnny, what's happening? And that was it. Like, he's just like talking about like the tattoos he was talking about getting 10 years ago, and I still had it. I still had the wee image that he gave me stored in my wee box.
He actually, after that happened and he saw it, he actually called me and said, I don't believe it. I give that man
awesome.
I give that man that picture over at this stage of 10 years ago.
Yeah.
He held it for a decade. He went,
I was
no chance.
Whenever he get that.
He was like, there's no chance he's gonna still have it. And when you came back down with it, he actually couldn't believe it.
Yeah. No, I knew one day he would get it, so I would never throw it away. And it holds like so much memory that I was like, oh, what's the point of throwing it away? It's pretty cool. Like.
And you know what? The tattoo looks sick.
Class.
So, and he loves it.
Yeah, I loved doing it, man. That was awesome.
And that was kind of that was the first kind of time we'd actually kind of talked. I talked to you on his phone. Yeah, and that was the first time in like 3 years.
I just took a photo of it and like sent it over to you. I was like, that turned out great.
Awesome.
Like, yeah. And then it was Adam.
Adam as
well.
He
got a tattoo with me shortly after.
He got a few, didn't he?
Oh yeah. He's built the whole kind of like sleeve now. Out of the whole thing. Like it was just like all gamer related kind of small tattoos to build that up. And he was like, oh, we should all get together. And I was like, yeah. Well, like, life's getting a wee bit easier now, with the studio. It's true what they say. The first 3 or 4 years are the hardest time in business. Like, you're still growing. You're still finding what works, what doesn't. And now things are getting easier, So I was like, hey, why not? So, like, we reconnected. And, it's just, it's kicked off the whole kind of, like, friendship again, I guess.
Yeah,
just now,
kind of meeting up, just
no, we're just doing Krav Maga together,
Krav Maga,
just doing shit,
my gosh,
like movie nights and just like just random shit.
I really, really like the Krav Maga.
Oh man, me too. Yeah, I'm so glad you agreed to do that.
So am I. I was so skeptical at the start. I really didn't want to go. See that first day.
Oh,
that whole day, genuinely, I was sitting going, I hope he cancels. I hope he cancels.
I was about to cancel. Like, I didn't want to go either, but I'm so glad we did.
I'm so glad because I even went by myself. Like, there was one of the weeks you got tattooed.
Yeah, I couldn't go.
And I wasn't going to go. And then I don't know, there was just something I was like, I actually really want to go now. And it was crazy how quickly my like thought process on it flipped from, oh, I really hope he cancels, I really don't want to go, to then being by myself going, no, I'm going, I really want to go to this.
Yeah.
It's really good fun.
No, like I really enjoy it. I'm like just slowly getting back into fitness.
Yeah.
And like, getting back to my kind of like old ways. I used to be huge, man. I want to get back to that level. But yeah. And I hope you don't mind me talking about this, man. You're getting over a wee breakup, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. So like, what would you, what advice would you give to some of the viewers going through the same sort of experience of a breakup? Because I have a bone to pick with that.
I guess I just kind of take it one day at a time.
Yeah.
Try not to dwell on it.
Yeah.
Like me and her, we still talk. We still talk. We've kept it very
mutual,
like, friendly,
very friendly,
kind of very friendly. I think that definitely, it definitely wouldn't work for everyone, but
yeah,
I guess like the base advice it would be, just a day at a time, and really do not try to dwell on it. If you sit and you think on it and you just sit there, don't.
Oh yeah,
and especially see that the drink, don't.
It's a really slippery slope.
I nearly fell back into my old ways, but pulled myself back.
Yeah, good. Well, they say it takes about 9 months to get over a breakup or to get properly over an addiction or sort of like a traumatic experience. And I strongly believe that. It's like certain levels of grief, it's like anger and hate and all this, like it takes about 9 months to get through all that. And see, after 9 months, you kind of forget the person even exists after a while, where it's just like, whoa, what? But, like youngsters getting, like whenever like me and the ex broke up, like I sort of started seeing a lot of different people. I went the opposite way where it was like, I was so me and my partner for a while to then just like, I'm so like extroverted and, getting out and seeing people and going out on all these dates and so on, it's like, it went kind of like the opposite way. You become like a completely different person in a way where you kind of like, you destroy who you were and try and create somebody who you're not. And then you realize what you don't want through that. But like, see your first like 1 or 2 partners in life. It's kind of like it's the mistakes you make with them. It's realizing what you want, what you don't want in life. But like you realize this like so early on that like it paints like the road to like a successful relationship down the line, so that you know what you want, what you're looking out for, and hopefully everyone finds that, and just building a happy, healthy kind of relationship,
Yeah.
So,
Alexi, hold on. We might be able to get a special guest on.
What do you mean?
Jackson Bambridge.
Oh, okay. Yeah, awesome. Sure, invite him on.
Get him just to pop up to the. Maybe he can.
Well, like I mean, if he's cutting about, then yeah, like we can get him on if he wants. I don't know if we might have to like edit this part out, guys, but like I don't know. I just don't think Jack has like a whole lot to say here. And plus, we only have 2 mics. All right, guys, welcome back. So, a bit of a break here. We've a new guest here, Jack. I don't know, Jack. Say something. Say hello.
Hello.
Hey.
Yeah. Hopefully you heard him.
All right. Jackson, another good mate of ours. So, we're having a movie night after this. So, we're watching
spooky movies.
Yeah, we're watching Terrifier, aren't we?
Yeah.
You haven't seen it, have you?
I've never seen.
Oh wow, yeah, it's going to be quite a good one.
I'm excited.
Oh right. Well, just to finish off the podcast, let's just have a fun moment talking about the different kind of conspiracies. Now that like we've lived our lives, we've done the school part of it. We're kind of now young adults. I wouldn't say that young, but we're kind of learning more about life and the different experiences and like diving deep into the magical, magnificent moments of the history and of the world and unraveling the mysteries. So Matty, if you want to take it away with the conspiracy of Atlantis.
Atlantis. Oh, yes, I can talk about Atlantis. All right.
Let's get into it.
Where do you think Atlantis is, Alexi?
Well, that's the thing. Nobody actually knows, as far as I'm aware.
I know where it is.
Okay, where is it, Matty? Tell us.
So a lot of people would say, yeah, it's under the ocean.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, that's what people think.
Atlantis got flooded, didn't it?
It's not under the ocean.
Okay, what happened? Did it dry up?
It's in the Sahara Desert.
Oh, yeah, I remember watching a video or something on that. It was like some like rings or something.
The Recot structure.
Okay.
Or known as the Eye of the Sahara, because from like orbit it looks like an eye.
Okay.
It fits Plato's description almost perfectly.
Okay.
Of the rings, the size, like how far apart they are, and the fact there is a well in the center. And to Plato's description, there was a well in the center of Atlantis. Okay.
Were like structures or anything like dug up to verify this? Or?
No, so in Plato's description, I believe he talked about it was kind of like through like different like red bricks and like different like kind of stones made up the structures of Atlantis. The Recot structure's covered in them bricks.
Okay.
And there's been different artifacts found near the Recot structure which kind of look like fishing buoys or like, stuff you would use to fish.
Mm-hmm.
And it's in the middle of the Sahara Desert. So right off the bat, that there, good point. What else was it? Also, there was actually, if you look at, there's some people have looked at kind of that region, and it looks like there was a flood that happened there. Kind of 15,000 years ago.
Okay, so it flooded Atlantis.
It did flood.
And it dried up. It got buried in the sand. Am I right?
It was the flood. Well, because the structures back then were just kind of like brick and kind of the obviously weren't the standard they are today.
Yeah.
So if a flood hits it, they're just going to collapse. And if you look at
the standards of today.
Well,
if a flood hits,
to be
that would be it.
But if you look at, like, you could go and build a house there out of them bricks, and then if you just knocked it down, it just looks like a pile of rocks.
Fair enough. That's
what I mean?
A good point, actually.
And anything else that wasn't heavy, like bodies or not even bodies, but like different things like clothing and stuff. If a flood did hit, the bricks would have been knocked down and just sunk and stayed where they were, but anything else would have been wiped away.
Why have we not found like bricks? Why have we not
It's because people have went there to do research to like look at it to see, but nobody's done an actual excavation there because the territory is kind of, it's not safe.
Oh, well, or restricted.
Yeah, or restricted. So you can't really get in there with excavators and stuff to do proper research or like, to actually look at it. But there's also been people like have said to find, kind of like whale bones or like sea creature bones in the Sahara, which shows that it at some point was submerged.
Yeah.
The timeline for it all just links up because Plato got all his information from Egypt when he visited in a temple. And it talked about Egypt was a colony of Atlantis and it got wiped out in a flood. And when some historians have went back and looked at it, they're like, well, the timelines do kind of match out, there was like a massive flood happened around 15,000 years ago in that area. You can see like the shape, you can actually see the shape of like waves, not waves, but like currents in the Sahara. Still, I am convinced that it's just too many things add up for that structure.
Well,
that it's there.
Talking about Egypt, man, I've been doing a lot of research. It's just videos that keep popping up, about the pyramids specifically. And, like it's just so fascinating. Obviously, everyone talks about, the pyramids and nobody knows how they were exactly kind of like built. But what is their actual sort of purpose for, the timeline? And, more and more research supports that, like, pyramids were there long before the Egyptians were. I think so, man. Like some of the videos I watched, I was like, wow, like they're very compelling kind of research to support that. and like they were there long before. And to be honest, like done some like sound echoing into like beneath the Egyptian pyramids that show that there are coils like very deep underground to serve some sort of purpose, right? And some of the conspiracies that sort of came from that to support the fact that like the pyramids are aligned perfectly to, well, how should I say this? Like a 0.3 degrees of like alignment of the world's
axis or something.
Yeah, and it's like perfectly aligned for like to get the optimal kind of to collect the vibrations of the world. So what I think the pyramids were, infinite source of energy to create electricity, to create power for the civilization that lived at the time. And I think they were a lot more advanced than ours. It just kind of died off, whether it be like some epic flood or, crazy natural events that kind of like wiped them out. But I strongly believe that, the pyramids were designed to create infinite energy. And the reason why we don't use that today is because you can't capitalize on it. You can't charge people money for infinite energy, because then it wouldn't be fair. And there's, a whole kind of like uprising would start with the general public, people that like, hey, why are you charging us for this infinite energy that is created just out of like
just
vibrations?
Created,
free vibrations of the world. So like I feel that like the vibrations carried from the Earth's core travel through the coils into the pyramid, and scientists are like, right, well, if that was the case, there needs to be like chambers in the in the pyramid to kind of transform the vibrations into energy, and it would need to be designed a specific way. And that's exactly what the chambers of the Egyptian pyramids are. They're designed specifically to channel that energy into power. But you would then argue like, okay, but you would need a conductor, like a specific metal, like copper. Guess what they found?
Copper
handles. They can't drill into the actual rock part of it to fully discover to what extent they travel through, but they find copper handles, where it kind of the energy would be absorbed, like transferred. Yeah, no, I strongly believe the pyramids were designed as like an infinite energy source,
like almost like a reactor, almost. Or just.
And because of the restrictions of Egypt preventing people to excavate it to fully immerse themselves.
Yeah, because they don't want to destroy them.
Well, yes. Yeah. But also I think is to restrict the, because the oil industry is so big, natural oils and,
You don't think they would want them to find out about it?
Yeah, I don't think they would. And I think that's, Nikola Tesla, for example, like what's been going on with him, like he was silenced, in my opinion, like all his research was stripped away from him. And, I think it was something related to the Nazis, some like particle weaponry he was creating and the Nazis wanted to take over or whatever, but that's a whole other thing.
Speaking of that though, just a small tidbit, I did read a story, just very quick. This guy, I think in America, he figured out how to make steam-powered cars. Mm-hmm. I think it was steam-powered cars. Yep, Jack's giving me the point.
Oh, yep.
Jack, water, it was just straight water. And he had the schematics and all, and they worked. He made a prototype, and it worked. You didn't need fuel, you didn't need diesel, petrol. It worked on it. Just needed water. He turned up dead.
Oh, yeah.
And all the schematics, gone.
And that was it, yeah. I think that's what happened with Nikola Tesla, like everyone was sort of like, made him out to be a crazy person. And, he ultimately ended up passing away alone and, just all stripped of all his research and credibility. But very recently he popped up again where like he became very famous again. And like his research supported that, like, well, I don't know, I can't verify that, but, apparently it supported like the research into the pyramids and, how it was an infinite source and like his models replicated
what's there.
Yep. But here's the thing, you know, people find pyramids all around the world, like Mexico and you know, the Mayan.
There's been humans have been building pyramids for thousands of years.
I wouldn't even say like could be
humans actually. You know what? Yeah, want to even go deeper into the conspiracies?
Exactly. You know, some of the other pyramids, they've been you know, satellite imagery and you know sound echoing kind of revealed like some other sort of comparisons to like transmitters. You know, like they one of the other pyramids that hasn't been excavated yet because again it's very well protected, is supported to have like a structure similar to the circuit boards and transmitters that we have in our phones. So you could almost say that like one of the pyramids is designed to send out signals to maybe other pyramids
and work like almost like a computer almost.
Yeah, or extraterrestrial life, you know, sending out kind of signals to outer space potentially. So there's so much that we don't know, and we probably will never get down to the bottom of in our entire life of research and you know dwelling on conspiracies, you know. But like, how long is that piece of string, you know? Like there's more and more times that the government's coming out confirming UFOs exist, you know, extraterrestrial life. So it's like, okay, you know, all the conspiracy theorists are slowly getting those drips.
Yeah, they're pulling that. They keep pulling that thread.
Yeah. The government's just like, oh, you know, it may or may not be true, but here's a piece of evidence that supports it as well. So it was like, okay. You know, so I just find that fascinating, and it kind of provides me a bit of comfort knowing that like there is something a wee bit more to life and a wee bit more to our existence, which is real special in my opinion. You know, it gives me that kind of will to carry on in a way. You know?
There's more than like what's at face value.
Yeah, and that's oh man, I just find that so fascinating.
It's riveting. It is. Yeah. As you can see from Atlantis, I am still convinced where it is.
Yeah, and I'm slowly diving deeper into you know, the world wars. So I'm starting getting into that a wee bit more. But
I could talk about the wars for days.
Yeah.
Jack said, "No, don't talk about the wars."
Yeah.
Don't bring up the wars. Don't bring up the wars.
Let's not push that button. But yeah, so we just wanted to talk about you know, that's
just our kind of what we kind of think, or we conspiracy theories.
Well, this is what like our lives are now, you know, work, you know, just like the face value stuff, and you know, like what we do in our spare time now is, you know, discovering the mysteries of the world that's kind of keeping us alive and interested in everything, you know. But yeah, no, like, is there anything else you want to add before we close this podcast off, Matty?
Let me see. I guess I could end on a wee message, just a nice wee.
Sure,
just a wee message.
Go for it.
And what will it like? Which camera? Just camera one, yeah. Yeah.
The wrong camera, bro.
I guess what I would say at the end is, when it comes down to it, don't care what anyone else thinks. You should really just do what makes you happy.
Yeah, that's
how about that? That's how about that? A good deep one.
Well, I'm just gonna say it. Make learning fun. You know, like, people learn different ways. You just need to find what's right for you, and make it fun, because it can be, and it is.
Yeah,
you know. So do what's right for you. Yep.
Good message. Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, nice one. So again, thanks for tuning in, guys, to our podcast, another episode. And Matty, it's great to have you, man.
Thanks for having me.
Great to see you. It's
good fun.
Jack, thanks for tuning in to the last wee bit there. But yeah, no, I'll catch you on the next one then. All right, peace out.
See ya.